The air in our living room carried a strange weight, like the heavy calm before a storm rolls in. I stood there motionless, my keys dangling loosely in one hand, while Sarah's words sliced through the quiet. "I think I'm ready for a baby," she said softly, each syllable deliberate. Her eyes never left the wine glass she was rolling between her fingers. My chest tightened, not with excitement, but with a sharp, unnameable dread. Just a month earlier, she'd come back from her girls' trip to Brazil. Ever since, our days have been filled with cold silences, closed bathroom doors, and excuses that slipped away like sand through my hands. And now a baby. I wanted to believe her words came from love, but the smile she wore never touched her eyes. The house that once rang with laughter and late-night conversations had become a stage for her absence. The couch where we used to binge old movies now felt like furniture for strangers. The kitchen, where she used to hum off-key while chopping vegetables, carried only the low hum of the refrigerator. Since her return, Sarah had felt like a ghost. Detached, her phone always tilted away, her laughter brittle and rare. I blamed it on jet lag, on exhaustion from dancing in Rio's heat. But the way she avoided my touch, the flicker in her gaze when I asked about her trip, planted seeds of doubt I couldn't shake. "Brazil was amazing," she'd said that first night back, her voice bright but too polished, like she was rehearsing a line. "Just the girls, beaches, cocktails, dancing." She'd laughed, but the sound was sharp like broken glass. Her hands fidgeted, and when I pressed for details, she changed the subject. I told myself I was overthinking. After 5 years of marriage, trust was supposed to be our foundation. But trust, I was beginning to realize, was fragile, and hers was starting to splinter. That night, after she drifted to sleep, I lay awake replaying her words about wanting a baby. Why now? We'd always spoken of children as something for the future, a someday. The sudden urgency felt like a puzzle piece forced into the wrong place. Restless, I slipped out of bed, the hardwood cold under my feet, and crept into the living room. Her phone sat on the coffee table, faintly glowing in the dark. I had never snooped before, but the distance between us pushed me forward. My hands trembled as I picked it up. Her passcode was still our anniversary. The screen lit, and there it was, a message from an unknown number sent 3 weeks earlier. "Miss you already. Same time next year." My heart sank. I scrolled further. Each message cut deeper. Flirty texts, late-night calls. A photo of her on the beach with a man's arm draped around her waist. The timestamps matched her trip exactly. My stomach turned as the truth unraveled. Brazil hadn't been a girl's trip. It had been a betrayal dressed in vibrant colors, hidden behind her smile. The next morning, I watched her over coffee, searching for the woman I thought I knew. She stirred her mug with practiced calm, her face unreadable. "You're quiet," she said, not meeting my eyes. "Just thinking about what you said last night." I answered evenly. "A baby, it's a big step." Her eyes flicked toward me, then away. I feel ready. Don't you want that with me?" Her voice was soft, almost pleading, but it felt staged. I wanted to demand the truth, to scream, but instead I pressed gently. "Tell me about Brazil again. You've been so quiet about it." Her spoon clinked against the mug, a tiny betrayal of nerves. "I told you it was fun. We danced, we ate, we relaxed." She forced a smile, taut like a stretched string. "Who's we?" I asked lightly. "You never mentioned names." Her hand froze. "Just the girls. You know, Jess Lauren." Her voice wavered. I nodded slowly. "Funny, Jess posted about her new job that same week. She said she hasn't left the country in years." The kitchen went still, the air thick with truths she wouldn't speak. Sarah's face lost color, her eyes darting toward the window as though she could escape through it. "You're checking up on me," she whispered, her voice trembling with guilt, fear, or maybe both. "I don't want to," I admitted, my voice breaking. "But you're not you anymore. You came back from Brazil, shut me out for a month, and now suddenly you want a baby. What's happening, Sarah?" She pushed back her chair, the scrape against the floor sharp. "You're being ridiculous," she snapped, though her hands shook as she carried her mug to the sink. I followed, my chest tight. The messages burned in my memory. Tell me about him, I said quietly. The man in the photo, the one who misses you. Her back stiffened. The mug slipped from her hands, clattering into the sink. For a moment, she stood frozen. Then slowly, she turned, her eyes wide and shining with tears. It's not what you think, she whispered. Then tell me what it is. I pressed, stepping closer. Because I want to believe you, Sarah. I need to. Her lips parted, but no words came. Silence swelled between us, heavy and damning. Finally, she collapsed into a chair, covered her face with trembling hands. His name's Lucas, she choked out. It was a mistake. A stupid, drunken mistake. I didn't mean for it to happen. The room tilted. I gripped the counter, knuckles white. A mistake, I repeated hoarsely. You lied to me for a month. You let me sleep beside you, thinking everything was fine, while you carried this. I didn't want to lose you, she sobbed, her face crumbling. I love you. I thought a baby would fix it, make us whole again. Her words struck like a blow. A baby, not born of love, but as a bandage for betrayal. I wanted to hate her, to walk out, but the love I still carried for her anchored me in place, tearing me apart. Did you love him? I asked, my voice a whisper. She shook her head, tears streaming. No, it was nothing, just an escape. But it wasn't nothing. It was everything. Our trust, our future, all shattered under a Brazilian sun. I turned away, my eyes burning, and stared out the window. The world beyond was gray, the trees bare, reflecting the hollow ache inside me. I need time, I said finally, my voice hollow. I don't know what this means for us. She nodded silently, her sobs quieting, but she didn't follow as I grabbed my coat and walked out. The door clicked shut, leaving me in the cold night, her betrayal settling on me like frost. A baby, she had said, but what kind of family could grow from lies? As I walked into the fading light, one thought haunted me.